Just off the shores of Lake Erie, we are at First Energy Stadium in a city aptly named after its founder, Moses Cleveland, way back in 1796. The folks here in Cleveland, even though all the down years, have never stopped supporting their hometown guys, and we got evidence of that a moment ago as the Browns made their entrance. They are ready to do battle with the Miami Dolphins. This fielded at the 2. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Set, 180. Check, 59. Good track.
A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Throwing, Mayfield. Dancing to his left. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Set, 180. Run. Hey, high 7.
A first down throw from Mayfield. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he slides to avoid the hit. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland first down.
Well, that was man coverage. So once he decides to run with the football, there's no one to account for him, and he turns it into a nice gain.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 45-yard line. Mayfield to throw it. Looking left side, that's caught by Landry. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
17 more yards. That's first down. 1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Mayfield leaves it for Hunt on the draw. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he's stopped behind the line of scrimmage. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. It'll be a gain of 4, and they're going to have a 3rd down.
It's a gain of 4.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Mayfield. Got an open man. He completes it to Callaway. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 4-yard line.
Hurry! That's me.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Touchdown, Cleveland! Looking sharp on that first drive. These guys, of course, coming off back-to-back victories, and you see that kind of advancing into this game, don't you?
You certainly do, and when you have a full of itself, even though they've won 2 games in a row, you get the end result that we saw there, that nice opening drive, because they're sharp, they're focused, and they're locked into everything that they're doing.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 28, and they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. And not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
On 1st and 10, Mayfield. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Christian Wilkins in there to record the second sack of his young NFL career. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range.
Let's go.
They'll run with Hunt on 2nd down. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
That's 180. Check 52's to mine. Woo-hoo. Hey, alert, 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 alert.
Mike 52.
I got my touch.
From the gun, Mayfield. Forced out to his left. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down. I don't want to blow it too out of proportion, but maybe circle this play, because if they get the stop and hold them to a field goal here, that's a pretty good job. They're already down on the scoreboard.
A stop now would be vital for them because it could save them from having to do it multiple times later in the game in order to either get back into it or maybe have a chance to win.
The bottom line, tremendous starting field position, really squandered there as they wind up going backwards and then come up with just 3.
Well, getting the 3 turned out to be important. I can imagine the head coach when he ordered the field goal. Please salvage something out of this drive. That was not fun to watch.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They'll look to get something started. They need to, down 10-0 early as they've got it 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. The D-tackle Sheldon Richardson came barreling in for the sack. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Here's Rodgers. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive.
Like 22, he's coming.
On 3rd and long, it's Rodgers. Going deep here for Stills. And it's incomplete. Both players had a shot at that one. Neither can get it, and it brings up 4th down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. Now a late flag comes in as they got him down via the face mask, and that'll give him even better starting position.
Let's go.
So the face mask puts them in even better shape than they were in, as they'll have a short field here on 1st and 10. To throw, Mayfield. Being chased out left. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. On 2nd down now, it's Hunt. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. Now after the run by Hunt, here's 1st and 10.
Switch.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. Looking for Landry, and it's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. There he goes left side. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown.
Don't throw this way.
I don't know who all is to blame there, but I love seeing pick 6s.
Nothing like seeing someone pluck it out of the air and go the other way and see people try to change directions. Hard to do.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. That's complete over the middle to Callaway. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. On to the 2nd from Cleveland. It's the Browns in control of the football. Mayfield now looking to throw on 1st down, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. And bringing it in right side here, Beckham. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things...
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Kareem Hunt with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. There are several elements to a well-executed screen pass. This one resulted in a touchdown. It had all of those elements.
Yeah, you're so right, because you really need the rush to almost get to the quarterback, almost get to the passer. Then you've got to get the ball thrown perfectly, whether it's to the running back, the wide receiver, wherever the screen guy is. And, of course, the blocking has to form in front to get him downfield for the touchdown.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? Turnover, you just noted it.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn it into 1st downs and hopefully points.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. They fake the give. Now Rodgers. This taken in by Jakeem Grant. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first? Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well and get a few stops.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now Rodgers going to throw again. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. Now it's Rodgers. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Mike Gesicki, his first touchdown here, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And, Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match at a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Mayfield looks to throw. Eluding the pressure right. That's to the right side and complete to the Njoku. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 4 yards the pickup, first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kiko Alonso. And he will bring it back. It's a pick-6 and a Dolphins touchdown. Short throw, pick-6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started, and they gave up the pick-6, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
From the 27, Mayfield. And got his man complete. And he'll be marked down deep on Miami's side of the field. A big play that time for Cleveland. And even 60 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Now Mayfield. They'll go screen here to Hunt. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Kareem Hunt with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And once again, the Browns are back in front. Extra point by Seibert up and good. And that gives them a 3-point lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number one goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number two goal is win your division. Number three goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. And, oh, he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. From midfield, here's Rodgers. Looking for Stills here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jerome Baker. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. Stills the intended target. That's now his second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for second down.
180.
52's the mic.
Throwing again on second down. Mayfield. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense. Here we go.
28. Orbit.
Mayfield now. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
It'll be a 48-yard punt, 5 there on the return. And the Dolphins' drive will start deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects him.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is, because the great ones, they'll throw 4 or 5 picks, and while it'll hurt their team, it won't hurt their confidence. They'll think something was just wrong with the ball or the wind or something was funny. It's never about them. That's how they stay so into the moment and into the game.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business.
And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
And the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
Throwing is Rodgers on third down. Buying time to his left. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Returnable here for Callaway. He'll be hard-pressed to match that one. That a 65-yard punt. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. First down, Mayfield. Steps away to his left. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. Trying to get it to Landry there.
I think that interception happened for two reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. And Rodgers intercepted a third time. Picked up by Denzel Ward.
You're trailing, you're trying to get points late in the half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Extra point by Seibert up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Dolphins 21.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken at his 4. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line.
At their own 32-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
It's now second and 10.
Here's second and 10 now from about the 32.
50. Hey, you block over here.
Rodgers now throwing again. He's going to launch this thing. Wait at. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. That goes for a gain of 31.
A gain of 31 yards. First down, Miami.
So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. This from 54 yards away. Sanders' kick is good. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission? And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Myles Garrett in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. A rough couple of weeks for the man under center. 5 sacks last week, 4 now this week. Do you try to design some quicker developing plays if you're offensive coordinator?
I think you do that. I think you also change his launch point at times. In other words, move your pocket to the right, to the left, roll him out, bootleg it, do some different things so they can't just rely on the fact that he's going to take 3 to 5 steps back in the pocket and line up and throw the football.
Yeah, current formula is not working right now. On first down, Rodgers. Dancing to his left. Wide open receiver complete. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. The catches like that, that's what the Dolphins envisioned when they took Gesicki high in the second round a season ago. He did have 22 catches as a rookie, but did not find the end zone. Certainly feels more comfortable wearing number 88, his old college number, after sporting 86 as a rookie. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those, too.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Give me some. Give me some.
Back to the air on second down. It's Rodgers. Allen's got it over the middle. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives him a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
Rodgers to throw on 3rd and 1. Flush to his right. It's complete to Grant. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
The kick by Sanders is good. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, and the net result, 3 points.
Take your disappointment and put it aside. 9 plays. Yeah, they want to end up in the end zone with a touchdown. I get that. But sometimes those 9-play drives pay dividends later with another 9-play drive that culminates in a touchdown when they wear down a defense.
Take over first and 10 at their own 37-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hunt. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
14 yards, and it's a Cleveland first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the gun, Mayfield. Hooking up here with Trent Taylor. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Well, as this game continues to evolve in the NFL, you know how much coaches love run after catch, but you know what they love even more? Completions.
Yeah, just holding on to the ball.
Catch it, cover it, tuck it away. Whatever you get after that is almost gravy. That's how a lot of these receivers are being taught now.
And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Well, this has been a good march down the field, but now they're stuck looking at a 2nd and 14. Mayfield off the play fake. Flushed out right. Then his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Darius Slay with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Rodgers to throw again. Over the middle here to Brown. And brought down, but not before reaching the 25. 11 yards there, 1st down.
Good route, good pickup for 1st down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover. The angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
And we're back now here in Cleveland. It's Dolphin football, but they trail here as we get set for the 4th. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. To throw on 2nd and 10, Rodgers. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completely...
Now look out, Rodgers lost the football. And this is picked up by the Browns. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. On 1st down, they'll run with Hunt. And they'll get this down to the 10. They pick up 11 in addition to moving the chains. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to...
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Kareem Hunt with his 3rd touchdown and 18th on the year. And the Browns take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken at the 3. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Here we go.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Jerome Baker.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
I got you, pop. Real.
Following the interception, Mayfield. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. Mayfield gives this one to Hunt. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. The stop was made by Genard Avery. Well, no doubt here in the 4th quarter, this is a huge defensive series.
Hey, they can read the scoreboard. They realize if they give up a field goal here, this game might be out of reach. They understand the stakes and are playing accordingly.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Odell Beckham, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken at the 3.
Let's go.
At their own 18-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Well, they may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a 1st down. Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a 1st down. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. Big yardage after the catch. That one winds up going for 36. So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. Here's Rodgers to throw. And he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Browns. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, you'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. The Cleveland offense ready to go. That turnover might just about do it here. 4th quarter, the lead that you've got, they can just run the football, run the clock. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Rashad Jones. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off, actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal. In the backfield by himself is Brown, 2nd and goal. Now it's Rodgers. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. sack back around the 8. Give the sack to Lorenzo Carter. On third down, it's Brown. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. 6 yards puts him right on the doorstep, but now it'll be 4th and goal. And a field goal obviously means nothing here. They're going to go ahead and go for it on 4th down. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The field goal does you no good, so they're going to stay out there and go for it on 4th. They'll try and run for it with Brown. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. Tackle made there by Myles Garrett. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. So instead of running, Mayfield's going to throw it here. To the right side, and he's got Landry complete. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Now Mayfield running left on the option. And they'll hit him for a loss as he's back to his 2-yard line. Losing 4 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. Here's Britton Colquitt now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. Can't ask for much more than that. A 50-yard punt followed by a loss on the return. And it'll be Dolphin football. Good starting field position for the Dolphins as they have it 1st and 10. Throwing is Rodgers. This one into the hands of the running back, Ballage. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. Rodgers now to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is caught inside the 5. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Jakeem Grant with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Dolphins are able to draw a bit closer. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that will shave 1 more off this lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Short kick. One of the up mid will take it now. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. The Browns drive about to get started. Defensively, there's still 3 timeouts. Do you even need to use them at this point?
I think a lot of coaches do it anyway, and it seems like cosmetics to us.
Does it just send a message you're not quitting?
Send a message that you're not quitting. Let your team know you're going to battle all the way, and you're always hoping for that ultimate miracle that something will happen, you'll pick up the ball and score, and you'll have a chance one more time and maybe on an onside kick, but not likely.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Cleveland, they keep pace in the playoff race as they move to 8-3 on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Pittsburgh Steelers. Meanwhile, for the Dolphins, it's a loss that sets them back in their playoff push as they fall to 6-5. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk.
I was waiting to shine. My father taught me don't be soft, so now I'm taking what's mine. I define myself as ambitious, young, black, and gifted. Master P, my masterpiece. That mean I don't got no limits.